Happy moment to you. So this is sort of a beautiful reminder that the other side of the veil, spirit, entities, guides, they don't tire, they don't give up, they don't say, well, we tried 783 times, we're done. There is just an ever-present willingness to stay on the path with us. They don't get frustrated with us. We all get frustrated with ourselves. I can get frustrated with me, but it doesn't. They're just every day is a new day to have an experience, to be the day that the message comes through, that the shifting occurs, right? Every day is the possibility of that, and they're never tired. They never tire. So this is kind of a two-part. So I have a two-legged who was, I had sent text to everybody I know about the summer solstice coming up. In real time, if you're watching this, the summer solstice is Sunday. So that's a beautiful time to look at rituals and different things to do for the summer solstice celebration. I love that. So I sent that out to everyone I know and all my two-leggeds, and this particular guy texted back and he said, I'm wondering what I was working on this time last year and trying to ponder, what things was on his mind this time in the summer solstice last year. And my memory, of course, I'm not going to remember that. And the way I do therapy with two-leggeds, I don't take notes, so I wouldn't really have knowing of that. But it occurred to me I could scroll back in our texts and I could look and see, because it'd be interesting for him to be able to know. So I thought, well, I'll find a text that reflective of that time. And that took a while, if you've ever tried to scroll back a year. But anyway, I did. And I found the text. I was just looking at the dates. So I found a text that said June 20th. Close enough. I just copied it, didn't look at the text. Copied it, pasted it to myself in a text, and sent it. So I would have it. And I said, okay, when I see him in a few days, I'll talk about this text and see if he can remember, and maybe it'll jog both of our memories and we'll have a sense of what he's been doing and working on. So his main kind of circumstances, he had an adult, a tremendous trauma, I won't go into detail, about 6 years ago, that perhaps for an adult would be their most traumatic event that occurred. And it just sent him into a spiral, as it would any of us, and it took him about 2 years to even come up to breathe again. And he has ongoing kind of journey of trying to deal with that trauma and working through that. And it's beautiful to watch as he's now understanding that really horrific trauma, he's such an amazing thing to watch. He's seeing it now, how that actually has helped him in his journey. And so I sit at his house, and we sit in the same spot, and he has a precious little kitty that will sit with me and between us. So we're talking, and all of a sudden, we're talking specifically about this trauma, and specifically about things that he needs to kind of embody, to be able to work through, sort of this, that it is going to take persistence, and it's going to take consistency, and not to become discouraged, and to know that it takes a lot of courage to be doing the work that he's doing, right? So some of these theme words that we're using. And all of a sudden, by the kitty, I see a little beetle. Literally kind of pops up. And this is a man that is a very clean house. It doesn't have, never seen a fly even in the house. So I knew immediately. I was like, oh, beetle, message. Okay. So, but I scooped the beetle, in real time up and took him outside first. And then, of course, everybody I know, knows the next thing we're going to do is look up spiritual meaning of a beetle. So he was already Googling when I got back into his house. So we looked it up. You can jump ahead. It was exactly the characters, exactly the things that we were saying that he needs to embody to keep moving forward, that he is moving forward. But it does take time. The idea that it takes time and that, we don't give up. We're persistent. And so we're done for our time, and I'm about to walk out, and it occurs to me that I didn't read to him the text that he had sent the year prior. And so I said, oh, you know what I did? I looked up this text, and I thought it might be helpful to see what you were working on. You said you were trying to keep a track of progress and things. And I had not read the text. I had not looked at the text. I had just cut it, pasted it to me. So we sat back down. I opened up my text. And the first sentence he wrote, June 20th, a year ago, the sentence was, "Thanks for sending the spiritual meaning of seeing a beetle." So the beetle probably popped up in so many different ways. And it continues, right? And I mean, this trauma that he had been through, I mean, it's going to take real persistence. And there that little beetle is saying, I'm still here. I'm still here. Don't fret. Don't feel behind. Don't feel like nothing's happening. It takes time. But I'm still with you. I'm still here. You are not alone. The other side of the veil with us. It is just Tuesday. They never give up. They never grow tired. They're always with us. So I love that. Love that. Love the beetle. And whatever little thing, I just talked to a friend and she's like, a little ant crawled across my dinner table the other night. I never have ants. I never see ants. Looked up ant. Perfect. 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 So be conscious of that. The other side is always working to talk to us. And they enjoy it. They get such a kick when we notice and we look it up. Spiritual meaning of seeing whatever it is that we're seeing that's just sort of out of the ordinary. Because they are there. They're little messengers. Mother Nature, everything. Big birds, big beautiful animals, little tiny ants, little tiny beetles. They're all present for us. Love you.